Hello everyone, today I'm here with an unhaul video. I'm getting rid of books and I've got at least 20 in my pile here, so let's get to it. So as you guys know, I have a massive TBR pile and I've been going through it recently, particularly after my little book buying spree, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of books in order to kind of replace them with the ones I've been buying. So there were quite a few books on my shelves I just have no more interest in reading. So I've decided that I'm going to get rid of them and free up my shelves a little bit. Now, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to be giving these books away completely. Some of them I'll be giving away to charity. I might sell some of them. And I'm also thinking I might do some giveaways for some of the books that I show you. So if there is anything you see here that you want, that you're interested in getting, then leave a comment down below and let me know. If there are some books that people are really interested in, then I'll host a giveaway for that one. But it'll depend how many I can do, because I'm not going to be able to afford sending a whole bunch of these around the world. So I might do some Australian ones and then some international ones. So I hope that works out. So I'm going to start out with the books that have been sitting on my shelves for many years, and I'm never going to get around to reading them. If I haven't picked them up by now, it's just not going to happen. Firstly, I have Triskelion by Peterson, and I have absolutely no idea what this book is about. It's got an interesting cover here though, with like some weird mark thingy and then just the flies. Ew. But yeah, so I don't know, The Book of Dead Days by Marcus Sedgwick. This is actually a really nice cover. I do like it. It's kind of like papery feeling. Yeah, just another one that's been sitting on my shelf, and I don't know how I ended up receiving this book. Actually, all of the books that are in this little section, I don't know how I received them. I don't know when I got them. I just know they've been on my shelf for at least like 6 years. So that's a really long time. Ardent Spell, The Opal Deception by Ian Colfer. This is actually like a super shiny cover, and I do like how it's like wah, wah. You know, it's clever, but I don't know, it's just the same sort of reasons with this one. I think in my bookshelf tours, a lot of people have mentioned this book before and enjoyed it, but I'm not sure if I will enjoy it. I also have Nancy Drew by Carolyn. I think there's number 173 or something like that. I've actually tried to read this a few times. I just never got into it. I don't know why. I also have Maximum Ride by James Patterson. This one hasn't been on my shelf for ages, but my brother was getting rid of it a little while ago and I was like, I'll take it because I've heard some good things about it, but I've also heard that the series later on kind of goes meh. So I don't know, I don't really want to invest in it, and if it gets kind of meh, then I'm like, nah, you know? You feel me? And then this is a super duper random one. The Club by David Williamsons. I think with this one, there was a girl from my school who suddenly left and pretty much was just like, whatever's in my locker, just take, I'm not continuing school sort of thing. Don't need any of it. So this was there. I have no interest in reading this whatsoever. I think it's a play to do with sports, and I'm not a very sporty person. I don't follow any sports. So this just, nah. I don't know why I still have this. I have no idea why. I do have a couple of duplicate copies here for some reason. The first is Out of Oz, the last book from the Wicked series, the Wicked Years series or something by Gregory Maguire. I do own Wicked, but I don't own any of the ones in between, so this one just seems kind of pointless. It's also a very different edition, and my mum already owns a copy of this one, so my thinking is that, you know, if I ever get round to getting to this stage in the series, then I can just read that one. It seems pointless having this other chunky book lying around my shelves, and it's not going to be read for years and years, so there's that. I also own 2 copies of Purgatory Rain. I was originally just going to get rid of one because it's a duplicate, but I received this a couple of years ago, I think for a review or something on my blog, and I just never got round to reading it. It just hasn't happened, and since it hasn't happened, it probably won't happen. So, you know, it's gonna go, both of them. I have another book that I did receive. I think I won it through a Goodreads giveaway, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be getting rid of this one, mainly because it's actually been signed to me, which I feel really bad about. I don't know, when things are personalized, it's always harder to let go. But it's You Can't Shatter Me by Talia Nuland. This is, I think, a magical realism book, and I've never gotten around to reading it, and I think I got this a few years ago. So I think this one is quite short though. It's 150 pages, so I'm not sure. I might at some point just pick this up and whiz through it, maybe, possibly. I'm not too sure yet. This is kind of a maybe. So now I've got quite a few books that I actually picked up from like really cheap bookstores. Most of these were like $2 to $5 each, so I bought them mainly on a whim. But this first one I'm also kind of hesitant about. It is Skylark by Megan Spooner. Now the reason I'm not sure if I want to get rid of this is because I've actually just finished These Broken Stars, who Megan Spooner co-authored that book with Amy Kaufman. So I really enjoyed These Broken Stars. I did really like the writing, so I'm not sure. I think I might give this one a chance, but yeah, I don't know. Looking at the reviews on Goodreads, especially from my friends, I've come across quite mixed reviews, so that's what's making me a little hesitant. But I don't know, if anyone else has read this book, let me know if it was any good. If it is good, then I'll probably keep it, but if not, then I might just say goodbye to this one. Darkness Becomes Her by Kelly Keaton. I don't really have much to say on the matter for this one. Most of these are pretty much, I just bought them because they were super cheap and I wanted to take advantage of that. So there's that one. There's also Nearly Departed by Rook Hastings. Again, another one. Same case with this one. And Meridian by Amber Kaiser. This is actually, I quite like the cover. I like the roses and stuff like that. This is like, I think it's kind of like an angel book or something. I haven't had much luck with angel books, to be honest. I'm also going to be getting rid of Need and Captivate by Carrie Jones. I originally picked up Captivate because it was super cheap and it was the second book from this series or whatever it is, I'm not too sure. But then I was like, I need the first one, so I picked up the first one. I think it was a little more expensive. I haven't heard many great things about this series. I've heard some iffy things, so I don't know. Okay, so several years ago, my mother gave me a book for Christmas, and it was Fire Song by William Nicholson. This is the third book in a series. She didn't realize that it was the third book in a series, and I didn't have any of the other books in that series. I'd never heard of it before, so that was a little awkward. I did go to Basement Books sometime last year and the second book was there for $1 and I was like, just why not? So I picked it up. So this is Slaves of Mastery, the second book, but I still don't have the first book. But I don't think I'm ever going to get round to picking up that first book, and it's just such a waste having these two sitting on my shelves when I can't read them. So it's going to be bye-bye for these ones. Okay, I also have Crescendo by Becca Fitzpatrick, the sequel to Hush Hush. I've read Hush Hush, I think in 2011 or something like that, back when I first started booktubing, and I quite enjoyed it at the time, but I don't really want to continue reading the series. I just think since I've read so much between and kind of like my reading tastes have changed, this is another angel book. So at the time it was good, but I did have some issues with it. And then I think some people continue to have issues with it or something like that. Like, that's what I've heard. But yeah, so I'm thinking I might get rid of both of these, but I'm not too sure about this one because my friend lent this book to me and it's kind of battered. So I feel bad, like, giving it away. But if people are interested in these two books, if they want me to give them away, then I will, but you know. So these last three books are also books that I have read and I just don't want them on my shelf anymore. Shadowland, Nightstar and Everlasting by Alison Noel. This is the last three books from the Immortal series. I borrowed the first three from a friend. I did enjoy the first couple and then things just dragged on. Like, this 6-book series could have been 3. It could have been 3. And I don't like not having all of a series on my shelf if I've read all of them. And since I don't want to buy the first 3 in these series, so I'm going to get rid of these ones. So yes, that is it. That is my unhaul. Those are the books that I'm planning on getting rid of. But don't forget, if there was anything you saw that you would like me to host a giveaway for, then just let me know in the comments down below and I will work something out. See. I'll have to see. But yes, okay, that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll see you all next time. Bye! I should have worn this scarf. I'm sorry, Jake. I'm so sorry.